Hello people of the internet, my name is xKANAL and this is going to be a unique little video I'm going to do, and it's going to be on item choices. Now this was a game that I played. I am playing as the gyrocopter, and it's going to be on, well, what happens is we ended up losing the early and mid game to Silencer and Broodmother. They were the biggest impactors, and I want to talk about how item choices can really change a game around. And we do end up winning this game and we come back, and that is what I really want to talk about the most. Now, for starting items, some really notable things is that the PA, it's got one Tango and an Enchanted Mango. Against the Huskar offlane, I really don't think that's going to work out for you, mate. Yeah, so not very good, not enough regen. Nature's Prophet does end up having to buy a courier because their team doesn't have a courier. So it's not horrible. It's jungling Nature's Prophet, so it's not as big of a deal. Item choice isn't huge, so not really going to comment on him. And the Broodmother has got some pretty good item choices. The salve could be kind of iffy, but she has a Soul Ring recipe at base, and I'm not sure why. They do end up buying a courier, so yeah. The Lion, it's going for pretty good. Personally, I think a salve is super good on Lion because you can trade and then heal up, but going for heavy stats, not bad. Huskar going for the 2 gauntlets of strength, I don't know why. I personally think a salve is really bad because you want to be sitting at low health, not no health, and not full health. So more regen I think would be good here. Phoenix has gone for good items, but I'm not a fan of 6 items from the get-go because you won't be able to buy boots super early if you do well. So I personally think that just 1 Iron Branch or no Clarity or something like that would be really good, but other than that, totally fine. And I think Mine and Troll build is totally fine as well. Now, we'll skip forward to 3 minutes and see how well their item builds did for them. So we have a couple of kills going each way. Broodmother's looking fine. Got a Soul Ring. Still has her regen. Like I said, didn't really need it because she has natural regen from her spin web. So that's totally fine. Oh, it's not fine, but it's just something to look at. It's not horrible, but it means that she had too much. So there's an inefficiency there. Silencer. It's an illusion obviously, but it's fine. Going for more int is not a bad choice, especially when you're harassing out a Troll Warlord, so not bad there. Nature's Prophet, I'm just not going to talk about. Wind Ranger did run out of regen. Trying to trade with a Huskar is not the best choice, so she has to go back to base. And PA is almost about to run out. She has no mana left and only 1 Tango, so more regen would have been needed here. A Lion goes straight into its wand. A stick would be really good against a PA who's spamming her Stifling Dagger, but I think a wand by itself is really bad. Just needed more regen and less stats. Huskar is out of regen and he's waiting for courier, but he's getting himself a salve, which I think is bad. He needs to go for a Tangos, and he's also going for an Urn Rush. So yeah, not very good. Troll is totally fine, sitting with his Ring of Protection for the harass against the Silencer, so that's pretty good. Phoenix is good too, but is also going for a Urn Rush. I really think boots first would have been a better idea, but hey, I'm not a Phoenix player. And myself, doing fine. I'm looking at getting my Ring of Aquila up soon, but the courier's being used, and my team was bitching about it, though I didn't get it. But key things to note is the Wind Ranger had to go back to base. PA is running out of regen. Broodmother has too much regen. Lion is out of regen, and so is Huskar. So just gotta look at some of these heroes that have run out of regen, and the ones that still have theirs, because it might be too much. Now jumping forward to 10 minutes. Here. I'm just gonna show it. Yeah, here we go. There's a CS. Now at 10 minutes. I do have the most CS, but it's still, I personally think it isn't enough. I should have had more, because this brood was doing jack shit to me in the lane, and I made some really dumb decisions, and I ran out and died a couple of times. So I should have more, but everyone else is doing pretty bad, really. Like, no one is above 50 CS, which is horrible for 10 minutes. Let's have a look what people have done with their money. So, Wind Ranger has finally got a bottle, and I think that's okay, but she is not supporting the team at all. PA just needed more last hits to have more items, and she's struggling. She's got her lifesteal, which is good, so she can actually regenerate, but other than that, it's pretty bad, really. Nature's Prophet, Hand of Midas, he actually walked back to base to get his Hand of Midas instead of teleporting. And then the Broodmother is going for a Morbid Mask for some reason, super early. I'm not sure why. It's kind of weird. All you really need for the first 10 minutes is Soul Ring Boots on Broodmother. That's why a lot of people go for Midas on her. Silence is doing fine. Morbid Mask, he actually goes into a Mask of Madness, but it's kind of a meh. Doesn't really matter too much, but kind of fine here. Lion, good item choices, going into Tranquils, totally fine with that. And he's supporting, so good on him. Still only got Urn and Boots on Huskar. Yeah, no armor. Phoenix is doing well, but hasn't got her boots yet, so should have boots. And Trollworded and myself have pretty similar builds. I think this is the biggest mistake for me in terms of item build this game, is that I went for a Morbid Mask first. I should have had more CS, so I could have had my Treads and Morbid Mask, or just about. So it's kind of an I got it mainly so I can sustain or go into the jungle if I get harassed out by the brood. But it's not the biggest mistake in the world. So it's just, these items aren't horrible altogether, but I think the CS is the biggest issue going on here. Now I'm going to jump quickly to 20 minutes. Wind Ranger, good, I like it. Probably should have a Null Talisman here, but totally fine. Phantom Possession is going for the classic Battle Fury build, and I think it's good when you're ahead or doing well, but at 20 minutes and you don't have it, it's pretty bad. Nature's Prophet, it's not horrible. Should have more considering he has a Midas though. So yeah. Broodmother is going for Vlad's first and Tranquils. I don't know why. Kind of weird. I don't know about how good Vlad's first is. It's not an unseen item on her, but I'd say Tranquils is. It's pretty bad. Now, Silencer's gone for the gank you and hit you and you die build. So Shadowblade is, I think, totally fine for him. And it works out for him because he's actually really far ahead. Lion is actually going for a mech at the same time as the Phoenix is going for one also. And I think mech on Lion isn't that good because you generally would rather have a blink. It's just a better use of your gold. But it's not super terrible. Huskar now has a helm and is then going for an armlet. I don't know why. Really weird. His item choices were just horrible at this point in the game, and that's what set him so far behind. Phoenix is doing well, getting good items and still supporting the team. So no problem there. Same with Troll. Probably could have gone for the Ochre Club first like I did. It's kind of debatable, but it's not horrible at all. And I personally think Sanjin Yasha was good here because we're not ahead, and I think drums are best when you're ahead and you push together and you take buildings. But Sanjin Yasha is better for ganking and ganking and farming. So that's why I went for that. Anyway, jump forward to 30 minutes, 35 sorry, and this is where mistakes start to happen. So let's see here. Deso. Damage. I mean, do you think they've got enough damage? The Deso minus armor doesn't stack. Orchid should have been faster if she wanted to gank, not at 35 minutes. Silencer went for an Octarine Core because he's doing well. I mean, he's lifestealing from his attacks, not from his spells. It's the biggest waste of 6,000 gold, I think. Lion has got the mech, even though we have a mech on Phoenix, which is honestly not the end of the world, but he does end up selling it. xKANAL finally has the items he should have had 20 minutes ago, nearly. 20, yeah, about 20 minutes ago. And is going for a Ags, which is really weird. Phoenix has got a Rod of Atos. Now this is very key. Because the Lion doesn't have a blink at 35 minutes, we had no catch really for this brood, and the fact that the Phoenix went this item was super good. It allowed us to chase down the Wind Ranger, brood, and the Silencer. Oh, he's dead. It was one of the best item choices in the game in my opinion, and it worked out really well for our team. Troll and my build are pretty standard, so I'm not going to go over it too much, but he has got an MKB because there's a Wind Ranger and a PA on the other team. So that's why you get that. Anyway, and then I'm just going to jump forward to 50. Now at this point, just have a look guys. There's Wind Ranger is probably the smartest items on the team, even though they're not perfect. You've got an MKB because we have quite a lot of evasion on our team now. So that was good, but I feel like because she's the only stun on their team, they really needed her to build a Blink Dagger to help her land those latches. Phantom Assassin went for the classic build, of course, into BKB, but it is far too late at 50 minutes. She should have a Satanic and a Helm, or a Satanic and a Abyssal by now, at least. Nature's Prophet has gone for max damage, and then we just flick him away because he's just so squishy. And Broodmother went Travels and then AC. The Travels is kind of questionable, but the AC is good, but it's looking too little too late at this point. Silencer has got a heart. I don't know why. BKB or Hex would be a million times better here, but he got a heart, so good on him. Nice. Another game throwing item, team. Another game throwing item. Now here we go. The Lion has finally got his blink, and then he sold his mech and got a Yule Scepter. Now this was great because the Yule Scepter synergizes so well against them with the silencers from Silencer and the Orchid from Broodmother, and it also helps set up a lot of my stuff because I have such a big delay. We can missile into Yule Scepter and etc. And it also meant that we had a lot more catch, like I said before, on the Brood and the Wind Ranger. She would Wind Run, would just use her, and then the Wind Run's over. So that was a very key item. Also, none of these guys have BKB apart from PA, and they're all attacking right clicks. That's the only thing they can do, or the only thing they've built for with their items. So the Halberd from Phoenix and from Troll Warlord was super useful. Not to mention he's also got a Manta and a BKB now, so Silencer's not going to be doing shit to him. Our items have just been kitted to deal with their team so much better than they have to deal with ours, and it showed really in the game. We come back very well from getting raxed. We do actually end up losing this rax as well, but we do win the game. So that's my analysis on Nature's Prophet also going for another Orchid at 50 minutes into the game. So that's my analysis on item builds and why you can't just go for cookie cutter builds, and why you have to synergize with your team and play for who you're playing against and who you're playing with. It's so important. It's so important, and some people just don't get it for some reason. But that's my little analysis on that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.